So one of the most popular upgrades that people will do to their bikes once they've got their bike habit going is to change their pedals. So there's lots of reasons why you might want to change your pedals. Could be that your new bike that you have came with frankly terrible pedals. Could be that you want pedals that have other features or maybe a bigger footprint, so because maybe you have a bigger foot. There's lots of reasons. And when you do get to that point where you want some new pedals for your bike, there's a lot of stuff on the market. There's handmade, or not handmade, but really nice stuff from Japan. You can get some clip-in style pedals perhaps, or maybe you've been thinking about adding pedals to your bike that might have lights built into them. So today we are going to chat about Look's Geo City Vision pedal. So let's go check it out. All right, so when I decided to give these a go, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I first saw the design, I was kind of like, man, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna like this pedal. So I already had in my head that why would I want this? And sure, it's got lights, you know, I get it, but like, why else? And it didn't really look like really much to me, but there's something else going on here. Probably the most important part about switching out pedals is getting pedals that feel good. You know, you want them to feel good on your feet. And when I first saw this design, I immediately was kind of like, well, yeah, it's flat. You know, it's probably going to feel okay. But I was a bit concerned about grip. The reason is many of you might have pedals like this that have kind of those pins. Let's call it a mountain bike or a BMX style pedal. Really, really popular. Holds onto your foot really well. Kind of the standard, really, or versions of it. The challenge with stuff like this is that if you use shoes that are thin, let's say in the summertime, that's really can be pretty uncomfortable. And you know what? If you've ever banged your shin into these things, we all know how terrible that can be and how much how much blood can come. You know, so they hold your feet really well, but they can also be kind of aggressive. With the Look pedal, what they've done here instead is to use Vibram's rubber. So Vibram you might know from hiking boots. And so what they've done here is to create this sort of siped, almost like winter tire tread type surface that your foot sticks onto. And they call it ActivGrip. What it is it's two different compounds of rubber, but those little lines, those little sipes allow your foot to kind of grab onto it. And honestly, it works amazing. I've been riding it all winter, and if I could describe it in one way, it would be that I'm not actually thinking about my pedals at all. My foot always feels like it's planted. It doesn't slip. I haven't had any chance, like I thought that for sure this design would be filled with ice, and it just never does. And so from a comfort point of view, they're actually really amazing. An amazing pedal that has a superpower, which would be the built-in lighting. Basically, the pedals have these lights that are USB rechargeable and have a button on the front here so we can change the modes. And there's a high-powered magnet. I don't know if you can see it right there, but there's a magnet that holds it in. And so basically, to attach it, which side's there we go, pop it in, and boom, you're in. Locks in. And we've got a few different modes. There's going to be a solid mode. There's this kind of flickering, flashy mode. There's a slower flash, and then the super slow flash, which is the mode that I've been using most of the time because it puts out quite a bit of light when you're pedaling, but isn't all, crazy disco. So you could do that if you wanted to get kind of over into the faster stuff here. On a full charge, Look suggests up to 20 hours of charge, and so I would imagine that would be on the slow flash mode. And in the box, it comes with a set of cables to charge all 4 lights, and they basically just plug into a USB. Yeah, so I know there's another brand of pedals out there on the market that has that does this flashing kind of stuff too. And one of the things, I know the other one does this sort of white and red scenario. This one is yellow, but I kind of think to me that the yellow makes more sense, or the orange makes more sense. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing on a pedal on a bicycle. And to me, having that sort of caution orange front and back seems kind of a bit more intuitive. And then from a riding point of view, what I can tell you is that when you're pedaling along at night, they're not really, you don't really actually even see them because they're underneath your feet. So it's not really distracting at all. You might, if you look down, you might see a little bit of orange glow. But from when you're riding out there, it's not like suddenly you have all this orange light around you. You don't really even see them. It's pretty cool. All right, so there's a couple of cool features about the lights. When you've got them on, like they are right now, let's say, and you were to pull in to go to the grocery store for a few minutes, you don't have to turn the lights off. Just lock your bike up and run inside, because in about, I don't know, about 30 seconds or so, the lights will actually just turn off, and there'll be a little indicator light that's flashing that basically says that the pedals are activated, but they've turned off the flashing mechanism. So that's pretty cool. Your bike almost looks like it has an alarm. And then the other part is if when you do get home, you don't have to take them out and turn them off if you don't want to. You can just park your bike, and in a few minutes, they'll just turn off entirely. And that's been amazing. So I store my bike outside. I have to bring my batteries inside, and I've just been leaving the pedals, or I've just been leaving the reflectors in the pedals, and I'm getting over a week. So that would be like 4 or 5 evenings of about 45 minutes riding home on a charge. So like more than a week, and I don't even really have to think about it. When they are getting down in really, really low charge, there'll be an indicator that will remind you that you need to charge them up. So you just quickly pop them out, and they recharge fully from dead. From totally dead, they recharge in under 2 hours. So yeah, if you're thinking about upgrading your pedals, definitely give the Looks a check out. You know, if you're, who I would definitely say might be interested in this, might be e-bikers perhaps, commuters. I wouldn't really recommend it for mountain biking because, you know, if you were mountain biking, those spikes do a better job of holding your feet in place than these. But honestly, these might even be awesome for just like regular old touring if you're not getting into any crazy places, because it's just such a nice big flat platform. We have them in stock online right now, and I'll put a link down below in the show notes, and you can grab a set there if you live in Canada. A couple other things I didn't really mention is, you know, down the road, if you were to buy these and you needed a new axle kit, Look does make those available. So it is totally replaceable and a product that you could have for years and years and years. All right, so that's our little review on the Look Geo City Vision pedals. We've got them in stock, and if you wanted to come check them out on my bike, just pop on by the shop. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you again soon. Take care.